biggies. Then our two bigger autos, one because they're a quarterback, that's Felipe Franks of the Atlanta Falcons and Kwity Paye of the Indianapolis Colts. Felipe Franks going to Jax J and Kwity Paye going to biggies. And that is the end of break number 895. Alrighty. And we will be moving quickly here into 896 because we have to auction off the Chargers. And break 896 is the Panini 2021 Panini PRIZM Draft Picks Hobby 1-box break. And we have the Chargers for $5. $10 from T-Man, 10 from T-Man. Do we have 15? Alrighty, we are going to start the countdown. 30 seconds on the clock. And make sure to get any bids in before the end of the break. Or before the end of the 30 seconds is on. Alrighty, Mr. CEO sneaking in there with 3 seconds left to take him for 15, and the link is in the chat. You know what to do with that, Mr. CEO. The sniper does strike. And while we wait for that payment, type creation in the chat to have a random, and we'll randomize whoever types creation in the chat to get a pull out of the Saute stock pot. Alrighty, John, can we get a countdown on this?
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It is Cynthia.
Cynthia with the 2019-2020 Chronicles pack. And we've got the Kevin Porter Jr. RC, followed by Jackson Hayes of the Pelicans, RJ Barrett out of 149 of the Knicks. Then we've got DeMar DeRozan of the Spurs, and a Kevin Porter Jr. rookie again. That one a Silver Essentials. Alrighty. All right, here we go. This is break 896, the 2021 PRIZM Draft Picks eBay Pick Your Team. 5 packs in this box, and I say it every time, but I hate these boxes. They're not conducive to actually like holding the cards in place. They move all over. 5 packs in this box, 8 cards per pack, 5 autos, 1 per pack. And this, another break with a lot of new faces. And all you new faces, you can go to BreakTraders.com use promo code NEWBT for 20% off your first purchase. And that purchase can be in our Mosaic Hobby No Huddle one box pick your team that we have 8 spots left in. Would love to see that filled filled tonight. In addition, folks, we got 40% off the mixers that we have that include Chronicles. And I think that 40% off ends up making them almost cheaper than a Chronicles Hobby team random, therefore giving you really 2 for the price of 1. We have Russell Wilson of the Seahawks, Julian Edelman of the Patriots, and our first auto, Kenny Yeboah, that out of 199, and he is of the New York Jets, and that is with William. William, welcome to Break Traders, and you're getting an auto in your first break. Then we've got the red Odell Beckham Jr. of the Cleveland, and then we have a Greg Rousseau of the Buffalo Bills, and that's going to Jonathan, a Break Traders staple, and that's out of 249. Then we've got Nick Chubb of the Browns, Jamie Newman of the Eagles, and that is going to Mike, followed by Joseph Osai of the Cincinnati Bengals, and that's going to Kenny. Kenny, a Break Traders newbie. This pack feels a tad thicker than the last one, but I don't believe there's any reason for that. We've got Daniel Jones of the Giants, followed by Derrick Henry of the Titans, and then we have a Houston Texan. A Houston Texan, and that is Garrett Wallow. Garrett Wallow of the Houston Texans auto, and that is going to Harry. And it looks like we might get lucky and have 6 autos. Who knows? We've got out of 75 to Daryl Slayton of the Green Bay Packers going to Jonathan. A little 2 auto pack there by Panini. Then Amir Smith-Marset of the Minnesota Vikings, followed by a red Crusades Trevor Lawrence. That's going to be out of 299 of the Jacksonville Jaguars going to Dustin. Dustin in his first break with Break Traders. Then we've got Elijah Mitchell of the San Francisco 49ers and Micah Parsons of the Dallas Cowboys. This one of the regular Silver Crusades, and that's going to Christopher, followed by Tyler Vaughns of the Indianapolis Colts, and that is going to be going to Will. We've got Tyler Boyd of the Cincinnati Bengals, followed by Josh Jacobs. And then we have Azeez Oluwari of the New York Giants. And that's going to Mike. Mike, who has broken with Break Traders before. Also, folks, remember, join our Discord. We've got a ton of deals there. We've got Matt Stafford of the Rams right there, followed by Baker Mayfield of Cleveland. But just for example, on Discord, if you're a Discord member, you're getting 30% off the Impeccable Card Random. That gets it down to $175 an entry, which makes it significantly less than those boxes are going for retail. But you can always take 20% off as well and use promo code IM20. The CeeDee Lamb of the Cowboys. Then we have a Kwity Paye of the Indianapolis Colts, and that's going to Will. And then a All-Americans Justin Fields of the Chicago Bears, and that's going to Jack. We have Juju Smith-Schuster of the Pittsburgh Steelers, and that's going to Norman, followed by Kyler Murray of the Arizona Cardinals going to Travis. And then we have Dwayne Brown of the Washington football team going to Harry. And don't you love to see that? We've got 5 autos on the screen with 1 pack left. Then Kenneth Gainwell of the Eagles going to Mike. Chase Claypool of the Steelers, that's going to be out of 249. Followed up by a Crusade Rondale Moore of the Arizona Cardinals going to Travis in his first break with BreakTraders. Dylan Moses of the Jaguars going to Dustin, and Tyson Campbell of the Jacksonville Jaguars as well going to Dustin. Roxanne! Sorry, I have my dog's here, and she's being a bit crazy right now in the studio. BreakTraders Roxy is our mascot. And if you check your shipments this week, there may be something cool in there if we can get it in time. We have Miles Sanders of the Eagles, followed by George Kittle of the 49ers. And then we have Shaka Tony. This one out of 49. Shaka Tony out of 49, and that is of the Washington football team going to Harry. Definitely our lowest numbered auto we have yet. Then we've got the red Trey Lance. The red Trey Lance, and that is not numbered. The red Trey Lance is not numbered there. We've got Terrace Marshall Jr. Of the Carolina Panthers, followed by Hamilcar Rashad Jr. of the New York Jets, and Jamar Chase of the Cincinnati Bengals, followed by Carlos Boogie Basham of the Buffalo Bills. It sure could be a Roxy RC, but she's going to have to calm down if she expects that to happen. All right, let's run down these rookies. We have Carlos Basham of the Buffalo Bills going to Jonathan. Jamar Chase of the Cincinnati Bengals going to Kenny. Hamilcar Rashad Jr. of the New York Jets going to William. Terrace Marshall Jr. of the Carolina Panthers going to Adam. Trey Lance of the San Francisco 49ers going to John. John, welcome to BreakTraders. Tyson Campbell of the Jacksonville Jaguars going to Dustin. Dylan Moses, also of the Jaguars, going to Dustin. Rondale Moore, Silver Crusade of the Cardinals, going to Travis. Travis, welcome to BreakTraders. Kenneth Gainwell, the red Prism, going to Mike, followed by Justin Fields, All-Americans of the Chicago Bears, going to Jack. Jack with his first break with BreakTraders. And we've got Kwity Paye of the Colts going to Will. Tyler Vaughns of the Indianapolis Colts as well. Micah Parsons of the Dallas Cowboys going to Christopher. Welcome, Chris. Elijah Mitchell of the San Francisco 49ers going to John. Welcome, John. Amir Smith Marset of the Minnesota Vikings going to Bob. Then we've got Joseph Osai of the Cincinnati Bengals, and that's going to Kenny. Welcome, Kenny. Jamie Newman of the Eagles to Mike, and Greg Rousseau of the Bills, and that is out of 249 going to Jonathan. All right, let's look at our featured cards. 6 autos in this one. You know, finally we benefit from a Panini screw-up. I feel like we've had quite a few times where we don't benefit from that. We've got Dwayne Brown of the Washington football team going to Harry. Followed up by an out of 25, Garrett Wallow of the Houston Texans going to Harry as well. Then out of 199, we've got Kenny Yeboah of the New York Jets, and that is going to William in his first break with BreakTraders, followed by an out of 75 to Daryl Slayton, and that is going of the Green Bay Packers. Next up, we've got Aziz Olahari of the New York Giants, and that is going to Mike. And then Shaka Tony out of 49, and that is going to be of the Washington football team, going to Harry. And then the big hit is the out of 299 Trevor Lawrence rookie crusade, and that is going to Dustin. Congratulations, Dustin, on that one. And that is the end of break 896. And we're about to move on to the Absolute Baseball Hobby One Boxer. And we will be right back from BreakTraders Park. All right, we are back from BreakTraders Park. And we are ready to rock and roll on this one. Let's do it, and then we'll do our next movie keyword right after this. All right, someone quick, tell me which they would like to see first, the bronze or the blue. Bronze or blue, we're waiting on you. Stupid rhyme, but we're trying to give you the chance. Alrighty, we're gonna go with blue. A Bryce Harper right out of the gate there. Look at that, Jonathan. I don't know if you said that after I said blue or not, but if you didn't, great minds think alike. Alrighty, let me get some of our BreakTraders markers in here so that we don't spoil the memorabilias. Alrighty, and the numbers, we don't want to spoil that either. We've got Bryce Harper of the Phillies going to Joe Boxer 430. Joe Boxer, welcome to BreakTraders. George Springer of the Blue Jays going to C Major. I see Brian is back again with us. Glad to see you. Thank you very much. Javier Baez of the Cubs going to Ron in his first break with BreakTraders. And Blake Snell of the Padres going to Paul in Paul's first break. And now we have our first numbered. It is Kyle Tucker out of 199 of the Houston Astros, and that's going to Roy. Welcome to BreakTraders, Roy. And then our memorabilia is going to be out of 10. Out of 10, that is Jalen Davis of the San Francisco Giants. And here at BreakTraders, we're going to mag numbers that low numbered. That looks like his jersey number right there. That's an awesome patch out of 10 for the Giants. And then our rookie auto. I love these cards. This one out of 99 from Kansas City. It is Brady Singer. Brady Singer of the Kansas City Royals going to Ron. I don't know if those on baseball rookies will ever get old to me. We've got an Icons Aaron Judge of the Yankees going to Royal, followed by a rookies Joe Adell, rookie class Joe Adell, nice hit there, of the Los Angeles Angels going to Adam. Adam, welcome to BreakTraders. Way to get started. Followed by Bryce Harper. That's 69 out of 99. That's a nice card right there. A member of the Extreme team for the Philadelphia Phillies going to Joe Boxer. And folks, a new Discord channel will be started tomorrow. Just not the server, but the channel, and we will have people drop your eBay stores. If you're out there, you're selling individual cards, maybe you're running some breaks yourselves, feel free to drop your store. And what we'll do is every day before we run a show, we'll randomize that and we'll promote your store for you during the break. All right, we got Lewis Robert of the Chicago White Sox going to Marvin. Hyunjin Ryu of the Toronto Blue Jays going to Brian. Joey Gallo of the Rangers to Brian. Rafael Devers of the Red Sox to Cynthia. And Ed Roush of the Cincinnati Reds going to Travis. Travis, welcome to BreakTraders. Also, folks, if you enjoy this Absolute Baseball, use promo code ABSOLUTE25 for 25% off any baseball break. Alrighty, our numbered is going to be Buster Posey. This one out of 199 of the San Francisco Giants going to Brian. And then our memorabilia is going to be a Tools of the Trade Brandon Lowe of the Tampa Bay Rays. And that is going to Brian. This one not numbered. And it seems to kind of be that so far. What I've seen is you'll have one that's super low numbered and the rest aren't. But this one is numbered, and it is out of 50, Edward Olivares of the Kansas City Royals. And that is going to Ron. Ron, welcome to BreakTraders. That's a pretty card you've got right there. I like that signature too, at least because he's got the drop the number 14. And then we've got a Cody Bellinger Power, followed by a Statistically Speaking Ken Boyer, and that's going to be numbered, and that's out of 149, and that's of the St. Louis Cardinals going to Bryce. Bryce, welcome to BreakTraders. Alrighty. We've got one big rookie to run down, and that's Joe Adele of the Los Angeles Angels going to Adam. And let's look at our featured cards. First, out of 199 of the Houston Astros, we have Kyle Tucker. And then it's Buster Posey out of 199 of the San Francisco Giants, followed by Ken Boyer out of 149 of the St. Louis Cardinals. Then you've got the Tools of the Trade, Brandon Lowe of the Tampa Bay Rays. Tools of the Trade, Brandon Lowe of Tampa Bay, followed by the Brady Singer and Edward Olivares autos, those rookie autos right there. And we'll do the Boom Booms for those because the Boom Booms look so nice at BreakTraders Park. And then our big hit, it's the out of 10, Jalen Davis of the San Francisco Giants, and that is going to Brian. And that is the end of break 897. And folks, we're about to do our next movie keyword giveaway. But before that, I'd love to take a second to walk you through the new BreakTraders website. We made an update today that I'm a big fan of, but hopefully y'all will be as well. Let me pull that up. Here we go. So you have our home screen, which won't have all of our breaks. That's done by a Shopify algorithm, unfortunately, so some of them may be missing. But I realized we had only really classified the breaks for you by the sport. So now we changed it up a little bit. You've got the sport here that you can choose from. Like if you choose basketball, you'll see all of our basketball breaks that we have available, including the Immaculate, which only are impeccable with only 7 spots left there. You can get in that for 20% off with promo code IM20. Or you can search by break type. We've got the Pick Your Teams plus Random. We only have 2 of those right now, but those are great because here, like the PRIZM basketball, you have a shot at at the Hornets, Golden State Warriors, Timberwolves, and Kings with any pick your team you answer. We have all our division randoms up there as well. You can go to our pre-sale tabs to see the stuff that is coming out next, and we will be launching a bunch of Luminance breaks here over the next little bit, because we're ready to go with those. That party will be next Wednesday night, that release party there. But we're back and we're ready to go. As soon as John gets back, we will do our next keyword giveaway. Alrighty. It is going to be aviary. And wait for the link in the chat, but we will get going right after that. As soon as it goes in the chat, you'll be able to guess the movie. None of those are correct. Mr. CEO, I believe there will be. Just give me 1 second here to log into Shopify to get that discount code. Bird Box, no. Jurassic World, he got it right underneath the timer. Harry was close last time, but I didn't want to give it up. But Mike has it with Jurassic World. And Mike's going to get a Heritage Baseball. In addition to the other breaks or other discounts we're running tonight, we'll run a discount on our PRIZM Draft Picks products. Our PRIZM Draft Pick products, 30% off using that link, promo code PRIZMDP30. And let's see what we've got in this Heritage Baseball. We've got Paul Goldschmidt of the Cardinals, followed by Carson Kelly of the Diamondbacks. Rookies, Matt Kemp, the 2020 World Series Game 6. Kenley Jansen of the Dodgers. We've got Debbie Garcia, Ian Anderson, and Christian Javier, 2020 Rookie Stars. Rise Hoskins, Phillies Purple. Miguel Castro of the Mets, and Tim Anderson in action. Alrighty. We opened blue last time, so we'll open bronze first. This is going to be break 898, the 2021 Absolute Baseball. Pick your team. There's an issue with the teams. I'll fix it. I got it. Sorry about that, folks. Done. Alrighty. No problem. Blue first last time, bronze first this time. Let's see what we've got. 10 cards in this pack. We're going to get 1 auto and 1 memorabilia in this one. Alrighty. We've got Blake Schnell of the Padres going to Dylan. Welcome to BreakTraders, Dylan. Followed by Brian Anderson of the Miami Marlins going to Connor. Connor also in his first break. Jimmy Fox of the Phillies going to Michael. Randy Orzena of the Tampa Bay Rays going to David. David, welcome to BreakTraders. And then we have out of 199, Charlie Blackmon of the Colorado Rockies going to Brian. And our next number is going to be a Bryce Harper. This out 62 out of 99. And that's of the Phillies. And that's going to Michael. Our memorabilia is going to be a Tools of the Trade, Ramiel Tapia of the Colorado Rockies going to Brian. And then our auto is going to be an iconic ink. 1 out of 15. And that is Reggie Jackson of the Yankees going to Eric. That is a cool card right there. I'm definitely a fan of that one. All right, we've got a Keibert Ruiz of the rookie class, and then an Icons Albert Pujols. Alrighty, on to the blue box. We've got Buster Posey of the Giants to Brian. Garrett Cole of the Yankees to Eric. Welcome, Eric. Ken Griffey Jr. of the Seahawks, or Mariners. And that is going to Brian. Followed by Ketel Marte of the Cardinals, of the Diamondbacks going to Brian. And Juan Soto of the Washington Nationals going to Christopher. Christopher in his first break. Luckily, I got that one right. I was over here just dropping football team names. And our numbered is going to be Jeff McNeil. Jeff McNeil of the New York Mets going to Brian. And then our memorabilia is going to be a Tools of the Trade. And that is Gio Urshela of the Yankees. That's a little triple patch for you right there out of 49. And then we have out of 25, an Absolute Ink Tristan Lutz. Absolute Ink Tristan Lutz of Milwaukee, and that's going to Brian. Followed up by a Unsung Heroes George Springer of the Blue Jays going to Brian. And a rookie class Braylon Marquez out of 149. So let's run these rookies down. We got Braylon Marquez out of 149 of the Chicago Cubs going to Brian, and Keibert Ruiz of the Los Angeles Dodgers going to Brian as well. And now on to our featured cards. Out of 199, we've got Charlie Blackmon of the Colorado Rockies going to Brian. Followed by Jeff McNeil out of 199 of the Mets to Brian. And Bryce Harper out of 99 from the Philadelphia Phillies to Michael. And then we have two Tools of the Trade. 1 out of 49, Gio Urshela of the Yankees. And 1 of the Colorado Rockies, Ramiel Tapia. The Yanks going to Eric, and the Rockies with Brian. And then our two autos. Out of 25, we have the Absolute Ink Tristan Lutz of the Milwaukee Brewers going to Brian, and then the Iconic Ink out of 15 of the Yankees going to Eric. And there we go. That is the end of break 898. We will be right back from the hardwood. Alrighty, here we go with this Prism fast break. This is break 899, but we've got two big teams to auction off here that unfortunately did not get paid before the break time. First, the Detroit Pistons. A lot of good rookies there, starting with $5 for the bidding there. What's up, Adam? Great to see you. We have $10 from T-Man. 10 from T-Man. Do we have 15 for the Pistons? Pistons, you could get Isaiah Stewart from Rochester, New York, right here in BreakTraders HQ. Saban Lee, just two big ones right out of the bat there. $10 from T-Man. We will start the countdown. 30 seconds on the clock. Get your bids in by the end of the 30 seconds. The highest bid will count. Seven spots left in that Mosaic Football Hobby No Huddle, and then 8 spots left in the Prism Draft Picks Break 776. 30% off on that one. And it looks like Jonathan McKissick got it just before Mr. CEO for $15. T-Man, your 20 was just a second too late. Jonathan McKissick has it for $15. You know what to do. The link is in the chat. Next up, a big team. We're going to start the bidding at $20 for them, and it is the Los Angeles Lakers. Haha. 30 from Cynthia. Do we have 35 or 40 or 50? We had some great pulls for the Lakers out of this last one that we ran. Barely got you, though. $35 from T-Man. Do we have 40? Do we have 40? The eBay auction was won at $76. Do we have $40 for the Lakers? Alrighty, we're going to start the countdown. 30 seconds on the clock. Get your bids in. 40 by Mr. CEO, and he got it a second before Cynthia. Let's get that payment in. In the meantime, aviary, type aviary in the chat to be entered to, and we will pull the random drawing there. And Mr. CEO doesn't mess around when he drops those snipes. Alrighty. John, can we get a countdown?
Sure. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It is Mike A.
Mike with the Heritage Baseball. I think that's back-to-back Heritage Baseballs for Mike. Probably means I need to add some more to the stock pot. We've got Mike Sorka of the Braves, Nathan Iguodala of the Red Sox, Jose Abreu of the White Sox, Joe Kelly of the Dodgers, Aaron Nola of the Phillies, Jorge Soler of the Royals, Jose Altuve of the Astros, Alec Mills of the Cubs, and Jesus Sanchez RC right there. Alrighty. We are just waiting on those payments. And we're good to go. We have them both. I got it loaded. Perfect. Here we go. This is break 899. And this is the PRIZM Fast Break 1 box. 18 packs in this one. 5 cards per pack. Gotta say again, I'd rather 5 packs and 18 cards in each of them, but that's just me. We've got Malcolm Brogdon of the Pacers going to Jonathan. Christian Wood of the Pistons to Jonathan. And it looks like we have a bronze, and it is Drew Holiday out of 20. Drew Holiday out of 20. There we go. A nice low numbered parallel right there. Followed up by Jimmy Butler of the Heat and Seth Curry of the Mavs. Yeah, folks, we need to get these breaks moving tonight. It is Brett's last show before he goes to camp. We've got Robert Williams of the Celtics, a Josh Green RC of the Dallas Mavericks. That's going to Daniel, followed by Derrick Rose of the Pistons, and then the Magic Johnson Disco Prism right there of the Lakers. Going to Mr. CEO, followed by Al Horford of the 76ers. We've got Frank Kaminsky of the Suns, followed by Eric Bledsoe of the Bucks. We have our auto right off the bat. And it's going to a newbie. That's going to Jeff. And it is Theo Maledon of the Fast Break auto of the Oklahoma City Thunder. And then it looks like we have a disco widescreen LeBron James, the hashtag whole new game. And that is going to Mr. CEO. Guessing that's worth the price of admission right there. Followed by Emmanuel Mudiay of the Jazz going to Ben. Ben, welcome to BreakTraders. Aaron Holiday of the Pacers, followed by Patrick Williams of the Bulls. Patrick Williams of the Bulls. And that is going to be going to Jeff with the Chicago Bulls. Ooh, looks like we have another break closed. And next up, we have an RC, and it is Killian Hayes of the Detroit Pistons. There's their third rookie that I forgot there. It's pink, which means it's out of 50, and that's going to Jonathan. Followed by Derek Favors of the Pelicans and Nemanja Bjelica of the Sacramento Kings. Legacy Chronicles Mixer, 40% off. We got Jackson Hayes of the Pelicans, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope of the Lakers. Boom, boom, boom. It is Anthony Edwards. Love that. Love seeing a nice big rookie early. Waited till I think the second to last pack for that last time. And that's going to Jeff with the Timberwolves. Welcome, BreakTraders, Jeff. Nice welcome for you there. The downtown Devin Booker of the Phoenix Suns going to Ben. And Josh Richardson of the 76ers going to Jonathan. Followed up by Victor Oladipo of the Pacers, Evan Fournier of the Magics, and then, oh my God, another Detroit Pistons rookie. This one, Sadiq Bey. Holy smokes, that's out of 5, and we're going to mag that bad boy up. Let's get it, the boom booms, that beautiful lime green. Whew. Well, if Jonathan overpaid on that one, he definitely underpaid on the Detroit Pistons. Shabiz Napier of the Wizards and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander of the Thunder. Sekou Doumbouya of the Pistons, Jordan Nwora of the Milwaukee Bucks, that's going to Jeff, followed by Bradley Beal of the Wizards, Kevin Love Disco Prism of the Cavs going to Paul, and then Dwight Howard of the Lakers. We've got Gary Harris of the Nuggets, followed by Malachi Flynn of the Toronto Raptors. That's going to Ben. And then a disco Aaron Naismith with the Celtics going to Brandy. And a fireworks disco LeBron James to Mr. CEO. Oh, got it. Haha. And then Andrew Wiggins of the Golden State Warriors. Now I see. That makes sense. Devontae Graham of the Hornets, Jake Layman of the Timberwolves, Jason Tatum. Is it frozen for anyone else? Before I keep going? Can anyone let me know if they can see me or not? Oh, okay. The purple Jason Tatum of the Celtics, followed by Jaylen Brown of the Celtics and Jordan Poole of the Warriors. Huh. Very weird that it froze there. We didn't see any notice of that. Blake Griffin of the Pistons, followed by a Jaden McDaniels RC of the Timberwolves and Jalen Smith of the Suns going to Jonathan Walker. I am buying that Suns and 4 shirt in a hot minute. Then we got the disco Joel Embiid of the 76ers, followed by Goran Dragic of the Miami Heat. We've got Drew Holiday of the Pelicans, James Johnson of the Timberwolves, DeMar Keller of the Rockets, a disco Marcus Smart of the Celtics, and then Larry Nance Jr. of the Cavs. Really hoping we get a LaMelo in this break. Haven't pulled one in a while, and it's now Rookie of the Year, LaMelo Ball. Luka Doncic of the Mavs, Tristan Thompson of the Cavs, a Jameis Ramsey RC of the Kings, followed by the throwback Luka of the Dallas Mavericks as well. And then we've got Danny Green of the Lakers. Looks like we've got a blue in here. We've got Gordon Hayward of the Celtics, Bobby Portis of the Knicks, a blue Evan Fournier of the Magic, followed up by Kevin Huerta of the Hawks and Thaddeus Young of the Bulls. We've got DeAndre Ayton of the Suns. And there it is. I asked for it and it showed up. It is a LaMelo Ball. He came in like a LaMelo Ball. And that's our Rookie of the Year. Ricky Rubio of the Suns, a disco JJ Redick, and Draymond Green of the Golden State Warriors to finish that break off. Mike, I don't really have an opinion on it. I didn't have the time to watch a lot of basketball this year, unfortunately. Dorian Finney-Smith of the Mavs, followed by Tyus Jones of the Grizzlies. A Terrell Terry RC, followed by of the Dallas Mavericks, followed by a Fireworks Kevin Durant, and then Dirk Diddley Dirk of the Mavericks. 3 packs left in this break. We got Luguentz Dortz of the Thunder, Serge Ibaka of the Raptors, Mikal Bridges of the Suns, a disco Derek Jones Jr. of the Miami Heat, followed by Aaron Gordon of the Orlando Magic. We got Royce O'Neal of the Jazz, Cameron Johnson of the Suns, Tyrese Halliburton of the Sacramento Kings going to Jonathan. Welcome to BreakTraders, Jonathan. The fearless Shaq Daddy, the big cactus, Shaquille O'Neal, followed by Josh Jackson of the Grizzlies. We've got Rudy Gay of the San Antonio Spurs, followed by Jabari Parker of the Kings, and a blue Marcus Morris Sr. of the Los Angeles Clippers going to Jeff, and that's out of 175. Followed by Darius Baisley of the Thunder and Kemba Walker of the Celtics. Alrighty, let's run down these rookies. Tyrese Halliburton of the Kings going to Jonathan. Terrell Terry of the Mavs going to Daniel. Jameis Ramsey of the Kings to Jonathan. Jalen Smith of the Suns to Ben. Jaden McDaniels of the Timberwolves to Jeff. Malachi Flynn of the Raptors to Ben. Jordan Nora of the Bucks to Jeff. Patrick Williams of the Bulls to Jeff. And Josh Green of the Mavericks going to Daniel. And now on to the featured cards. The Drew Holiday out of 20 going to the New Orleans Pelicans and Daniel. The widescreen LeBron James, whole new game going to Mr. CEO. The Killian Hayes pink out of 50 going to Jonathan. The Disco Aaron Naismith variation of the Celtics going to Brandy. And then we have the Theo Maladon auto of the Oklahoma City Thunder going to Jeff. Followed up by Anthony Edwards of the Minnesota Timberwolves. That's a base RC going to Jeff as well. Then out of 5, the lime green Sadiq Bey of the Pistons going to Jonathan. And he came in like a LaMelo Ball. And that is the LaMelo Ball of the Charlotte Hornets, and that's going to Ben. Ben, welcome to BreakTraders. And that is the end of break 899, and we'll be right back from the football field. We're back. We have one team to auction off in this break. This 2020 Panini Contenders Hobby, one boxer, and it is the Houston Texans for $5. Absolute Baseball already ran. You can scroll back for it. You can watch it after the whole show gets posted later. And depending on when we finish tonight, the individual breaks will either be posted tonight or tomorrow night. $5 for the Texans in this Panini Contenders 2020. Who knows? You could get a winning ticket. Deshaun Watson, winning ticket. JJ Watt, some MVP contenders. You get that out of 25 Watt or Watson. That's a great hit right there. Or an out of 1, a cracked ice out of 22.
Seems to be behind them. I'm not sure why.
$5 for the Texans. Well, we have to see if anyone bids on it. You have to type your bid in the chat, Island Man Break. So if you're bidding 5, that works, and we will we'll get going on that. Island Breaks has them currently for $5, and we'll start the countdown. $5 Island Breaks. Here's the PayPal. Jonathan, I apologize that the break went off a little bit early there. Depending on which one, those numbers are tentative, and we were ahead of schedule. The show starts at 6, and we give 20 minutes per break, and sometimes they run ahead of schedule. Sometimes they go much slower. I apologize about that confusion there. All right, Island Man Breaks has the Texans for $5, and we'll start our next movie keyword giveaway. And we're going to go with the first keyword of the next movie. John, you let me know when you're ready. And Island Man Breaks, you can drop the payment in PayPal. All right. Gunny is the keyword. Oh, yeah. And folks that are live on the stream seems to be about "15 seconds behind the live in-studio action." We are trying to figure that out, but I don't know if we'd be able to without having to fully stop the stream. The last movie guess was Jurassic World. You were in the right period of time with the Jurassic period. You were just off with the version of Jurassic Park. All right. We got that payment. We're good to go.
We did?
Yep. I got the teams. We're good. All righty. I figured you might be a little upset by that, Harry. Ha ha. Yeah, the aviary clue is definitely the differentiator. That's why I put it so far late. I thought people would guess Jurassic Park. I'm trying to let these clues go a little longer than normal. They typically tend to go pretty quick lately. Alrighty, here we go. This is the Panini Contenders 2020 football. 5 autographs, including 1 on-card per average. Let's see what we've got. 6 cards per pack, 18 packs per box. We've got Sam Darnold of the Jets, followed by DJ Moore of the Carolina Panthers, Ryan Fitzpatrick of the Dolphins, and then we have a season ticket. Drew Lock of the Broncos going to Cody, a Tre'Davious White of the Bills, and then a round numbers CeeDee Lamb and Jalen Reagor that we will be randomizing here at the end of this break between the Cowboys and Eagles. Break 900. What a milestone. When I started less than 3 months ago, we were only at less than 500 breaks. Ben Roethlisberger of the Steelers, Dak Prescott of Dallas, Jason Witten of the Raiders, followed by Myles Garrett of Cleveland, Sterling Shepard of the Giants, followed by MVP contenders Russell Wilson. Of the Seahawks. Next up, we have Teddy Bridgewater of the Panthers, Delvin Cook of the Vikings, a Mark Ingram of the Ravens, Jared Goff of the Rams, Leighton Vander Esch of the Cowboys, Rookie of the Year contenders. Who's it going to be? It is Chase Claypool. Chase Claypool, Rookie of the Year contenders, going to Jason in his first break with BreakTraders. And then don't forget your kid reporter. Tyreek Hill of the Chiefs, J.J. Watt of Houston, Juju Smith-Schuster of the Pittsburgh Steelers, Le'Veon Bell of the Jets, and our first auto, it's going to be KJ Osborne, rookie ticket of the Minnesota Vikings, going to Mike. Mike in his first break with BreakTraders. Followed by another round numbers, this one between the Cardinals and the Falcons. Luckily, those teams are owned by the same person, so we don't have to randomize this one. That's nice for us, John. And that's going to Robert. Robert in his first break with BreakTraders. Welcome to the BreakTraders team. Sonia Michelle season ticket, followed by Larry Fitzgerald of the Cardinals, Josh Allen of the Buffalo Bills, Preston Williams of the Dolphins, Dwayne Haskins of the Washington football team, and we have a winning ticket. Wonder if it's numbered. And that is Christian McCaffrey. Christian McCaffrey winning ticket of the Carolina Panthers going to T-Man. Not a numbered one though, disappointingly. Austin Eckler of the Chargers, followed by Mike Evans of Tampa Bay, Philip Lindsay of Denver, Devontae Adams of Green Bay, DK Metcalf of Seattle, and an MVP contenders, Matt Ryan of the Atlanta Falcons, going to Robert. Some motorcycles going nuts out there, John.
Yeah, that's weird in the city.
Motorcycles are dirt bikes. We have a big dirt bike problem here in Rochester. People just ride, like groups of 45, 50 people rocking around on dirt bikes and ATVs. Josh Jacobs, Tyler Boyd of the Bengals, of Cleveland, we have Odell Beckham Jr., Daniel Jones of the New York Giants, and then here's a nice solid rookie ticket right there. It's James Robinson of the Jacksonville Jaguars, and that's going to James. James, welcome to BreakTraders. Have yourself an auto. And then we have a Rookie of the Year contender, Jake Fromm. Well, that's super disrespectful to Josh Allen right there. But people before the year, I remember hearing, like, I would call them the dumb Bills fans, like talking about Jake Fromm unseating Josh Allen because he unseated Justin Fields at Georgia and Jacob Eason at Georgia and vice versa, or not Jacob Eason, but he held him off. We've got Kirk Cousins of Minnesota, Patrick Mahomes of Kansas City, Marlon Mack of Indy. Then we have Lamar Jackson of Baltimore, A.J. Brown of Tennessee, and a legendary contenders, Steve Young of the San Francisco 49ers, going to Zach. A.J. Green of the Cincinnati Bengals, followed by Cam Newton of New England, Kerryon Johnson of Detroit, Carson Wentz of Philadelphia, David Montgomery of Chicago, and then we have a DJ Dallas and Kobe Parkinson round numbers of the Seattle Seahawks. Right there. Would love to see that mosaic fill. We've got 7 spots left in that. 10 spots left in the PRIZM Draft Picks Hobby Hybrid Team Random. We've got some movement on those mixers. Would love to see those get down. We're running 40% off our mixers right now. Well, our contenders Chronicles and 2021 product mixers. Kyler Murray of Arizona, Joey Bosa of the Chargers, Chris Godwin of Tampa Bay, Drew Brees of New Orleans, Ho My Lanta. Holy smokes! A Justin Herbert on-card auto of the Los Angeles Chargers going to Jeff. Hoo-wee!
Let's see that bad boy. Wow.
Wow, what a pull from the Panini contenders right there. The fast break NBA went off. You can scroll back right before this break in the stream and check it off. This was on eBay. Yes, and then an MVP contenders Cam Newton to finish that one off. It's like the first night ever that we've been ahead of schedule on our breaks. TJ Watt of Pittsburgh, Zeke Elliott of Dallas, Todd Gurley of the Falcons, Jalen Ramsey of the Los Angeles Rams, Tom Brady season ticket. Then we have a rookie of the year contenders, and it is Jerry Jeudy. Jerry Jeudy of the Denver Broncos going to Cody. You did hear Joe Mama. Joe Mama came running in for that one. Maybe we'll get Joe Mama on the mic a little later. Tyrann Mathieu of Kansas City, Brandon Cooks of Houston, Josh Allen of Jacksonville, Terry McLaurin of Washington, and then out of 149, an MVP contenders, Ryan Tannehill. Followed up by a winning ticket, Tom Brady. No, I'm trying to, I'm definitely putting up some product on eBay that hasn't moved as well in on our site, and Contenders was one of them, and now we've got a big hitter. That box has been sitting here since I took over in April. Tyler Lockett of Seattle, Nick Chubb of Cleveland, Saquon Barkley of the New York Giants, Matt Stafford of the Lions, Jimmy Garoppolo of the San Francisco 49ers, and then an MVP contenders, Lamar Jackson of Baltimore going to Robert. Darius Leonard of Indianapolis, James Conner of Pittsburgh, Khalil Mack of Chicago. Then we have Michael Thomas of the Saints, Marquise Brown of Baltimore, a Rookie of the Year contenders, Jalen Reagor of the Philadelphia Eagles going to Jeff. I like the cards personally, but I know that they're not a very popular product. And you know, when we put new stuff on eBay, we get new people interested. They come, they check out our site using promo code NEWBT to take 20% off their first break. That allows us to then do some new breaks, some more variety of breaks for you. Amari Cooper of Dallas, Derek Carr of the Raiders, Christian McCaffrey of Carolina. We have Aaron Donald of the Rams, followed by a rookie ticket auto. This one, Devon Hamilton of the Jaguars going to James. And then a legendary contenders, Deion Sanders of the Falcons. We've got More Than a Feeling. It's Adam Thielen of the Vikings going to Mike, followed by Travis Kelce of Kansas City, Derrick Henry of the Titans, Jamal Adams of the Seahawks, Stephon Diggs of the Bills, and then a round numbers, Michael Pittman Jr. and Jonathan Taylor of the Colts going to Scott. About 45 minutes ago was the second absolute break. Definitely got ahead of schedule tonight. I apologize about that to the eBays. We will definitely work on that. Oh, that's a rookie. Sorry. It's the same team, though. Deshaun Watson of Houston, followed by Russell Wilson of Seattle, Baker Mayfield of Cleveland, Gardner Minshew of Jacksonville, Adrian Peterson of Detroit, and then an MVP contenders, Dak Prescott. Followed up by DeAndre Hopkins with the Cardinals, Phillip Rivers with the Colts, Aaron Jones with Green Bay, Nick Bosa with San Fran, and our last auto is going to be Zach Urza Cleveland of the Minnesota Vikings going to Mike. Followed up by a Rookie of the Year contenders, KJ Hamler of the Broncos going to Cody. Alrighty. We are going to randomize this. CeeDee Lamb and Jalen Reagor round numbers 1 through 3 gets CeeDee. 4, 5, 6 gets Jalen. And that's going to be a 1. And that is CeeDee Lamb, the Dallas Cowboys. And that's the first of our rookie rundown right there. Followed by KJ Hamler of the Denver Broncos, Jonathan Taylor and Michael Pittman, round number of the Colts, Jalen Reagor of the Eagles going to Jeff, Jerry Jeudy of the Broncos going to Cody, Jake Fromm of the Bills going to Robert, and Chase Claypool of the Steelers going to Jason. And now on to our featured cards. We have the MVP contenders out of 149, Ryan Tannehill. Followed by Devon Hamilton of the Jaguars going to James. Ezra Cleveland of the Vikings going to Mike. KJ Osborne of the Vikings to Mike. And James Robinson of the Jaguars to James. And then, oh boy, the on-card auto. And it is Justin Herbert. The Justin Herbert on-card auto right there. It is Herbie. And there we go. What a break. That is the end of break 900. We're going to take a 5-minute break before we get into some PRIZM draft picks. While I'm gone, folks, remember, Absolute Baseball, 25% off using promo code ABSOLUTE25. The Mixer, the Chronicles and Contenders Draft Picks and Chronicles Legacy Mixers, 40% off using promo code CM20/21. And on our Discord, you can get into the Impeccable Break for 20% off just with promo code IM20, or you can get the special 30% discount by finding the code in our Discord, and you can join there. We'll be back in 5. Thank you. we are back with a personal, but first, we've got to do the giveaway for Gunny, correct?
Yep.
Alrighty. Type Gunny in the chat. Gunny in the chat, and we will get going with this giveaway and then hop into Mr. CEO's personal. Gunny, 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 Gunny. All right, can we get a countdown, John?
Sure. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It is T-Man.
T-Man with the giveaway. And we've got some hockey for T-Man here. Mark Eduardo Vlasic, like the Pickles, Nathan McKinnon of the Avalanche, Bobby Ryan of the Senators, Tyler Benson of the Oilers, Anders Lee of the Islanders, Alexander Wennerberg of the Blue Jackets, Martin Nikas of the Hurricanes, and Jeff Petty of the Canadiens. There we go. Mr. CEO, you're still here? Ready to go? Ready to rock and roll? No problem. As soon as I get the confirmation he's there, we're going. And now they're all the way over to the side. These boxes are like, I know, I gotta stop complaining about it. There's nothing, I can't control it. Why complain about it? That's how I try to live my life. But sometimes you just lose your way with that. We've got Keenan Allen of the Chargers, Chase Young of the Washington football team, and James Wiggins. This is out of 99, and that is an Arizona Cardinal for Mr. CEO. Followed up by Kadarius Toney of the New York Football Giants. This is the Blue Crusade. Then we've got Ronald Jones II of Tampa Bay, Daz Newsome of the Chicago Bears, All-American Mac Jones of the New England Patriots, and Azeez Ujulari of the New York Giants. Calvin Ridley of the Atlanta Falcons, Joe Burrow of the Bengals. We've got a QB, and it's another Felipe Franks auto. Felipe Franks of the Atlanta Falcons. Which actually, not a bad situation from him there if he can hang on and make the team. Could learn under Matty Ice and be their QB of the future. Allen Robinson of the Bears. Then we've got Derek Carr of the Raiders, and according to him, he'll retire rather than get traded. Followed up by Micah Parsons of the Cowboys, Trey Lance of the San Francisco 49ers, and Rashad Bateman of the Baltimore Ravens. Break 900 just broke. We were running a tad ahead of schedule. you can scroll right back in the stream, maybe about 15 minutes to get to the start of it. Odell Beckham of Cleveland, Matt Stafford of the Rams, followed by Kawan Baker. And this is out of 5. Kawan Baker out of 5. And that is of the New Orleans Saints. New Orleans Saints right there for Mr. CEO. Followed up by Caleb Farley of the Titans. Mike Evans of the Saints. Kirk Cousins of the Vikings. Patrick Jones II, also of the Minnesota Vikings. And Chris Evans of the Houston Texans. Or of the Cincinnati Bengals. I think Hotlanta is going to be good this year. I'm going to bet the over on their win total. I think I already did, actually. We've got DK Metcalf of Ole Miss, Aaron Rodgers of Cal. Our auto is going to be Peyton Turner. That's out of 49. Peyton Turner out of 49 of the New Orleans Saints. Wow, Dooley Saints autos in back-to-back packs right there. Seth Williams of the Denver Broncos, followed by a Blue Crusade Justin Fields. Blue Crusades Justin Fields out of 249. There we go. Antonio Gibson of the Washington Football Team. Chuba Hubbard of the Carolina Panthers. And a Crusade Trevor Lawrence, the first T-Law of Mr. CEO Personal right there. Love to see it. And the final pack in this one. Have you seen the New Orleans Saints? Jalen Reagor of the Eagles, Sam Darnold of the Carolina Panthers, and then we've got a Cincinnati Bengal, and it's Chris Evans. Chris Evans out of Michigan. Chris Carson of Seattle, a red Mac Jones Crusade. Followed by a Kadarius Toney Crusade. Rashad Bateman of the Ravens. And Sage Surratt of the Lions. Alrighty, let's run down these rookies for Mr. CEO. We have Sage Surratt from the Lions, Rashad Bateman from the Ravens, Kadarius Toney from the Giants, Mac Jones from the Patriots, Trevor Lawrence from the Jaguars, Chuba Hubbard from Carolina, Seth Williams from the Denver Broncos, Chris Evans from Houston, Patrick Jones II from Minnesota, Caleb Farley from Tennessee, Rashad Bateman from Baltimore, Trey Lance from the San Francisco 49ers, Micah Parsons from Dallas, Azeez Ojulari of the Giants and All-Americans, Mac Jones of the Patriots, Daz Newsome of the Bears, and the Blue Crusade out of 99, Kadarius Toney of the Giants. Here we go. Let's do our featured cards. We've got Kawan Baker. Kawan Baker coming to you from the New Orleans Saints. Followed by Felipe Franks of the Atlanta Football Team. Atlanta Falcons. James Wiggins. James Wiggins of the Arizona Cardinals. Peyton Turner of the New Orleans Saints. And Chris Evans of the Houston Texans. And then the big rookie QB hit right here out of 249. We have Justin Fields Crusades. And that is the end of Mr. CEO's personal. We're down to 6 spots left in that Mosaic Pick Your Team, 10 spots in the PRIZM Draft Picks. Remember, you can get 30% off using the code PRIZM DP30 off any PRIZM Draft Picks break or box. We've got some mixers, but they don't seem to be moving. We would be willing to run a snake tonight. You can see the link to the snake in the chat. You just have to let us know what you want to do for that snake, and we will do so if we get enough people interested. Right now we have 3 responses, all 3 for Legacy. So if we get over 5 for Legacy, we'll get a snake posted there. Alrighty, we probably need to do our next clue, don't we, John?
Okay, we can do that.
And that keyword is going to be corruption. And as soon as John drops it in the chat, make sure to type corruption in the chat and guess the movie. Adam's got it. Adam's got it. And here we go, some Chronicles basketball for him. LeBron James, the big flopper. Kevin Porter Jr. RC, a Crusade. Ja Morant, a Devin Booker, and PJ Washington Jr. Alrighty. No problem, Adam. Always happy to do the giveaways. All right, here we go. This is break 766, the 2021 PRIZM Draft Picks 1-box 3 team random. Let's see how many times we're going to randomize this one. That's 8 times. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. We will post these really quick. There we go. We'll let it run through once, and then we'll get going with this break. All right, those teams have ran through, and now it's time to do this. Yeah, I was telling John about a little monitor issue that we were having. I didn't think that y'all wanted to hear that. Here we go in this break 766 team random. Alrighty, we're just gonna go through this side. Five packs, 8 cards each, 5 autos. We've got Derrick Henry of the Titans and Tyler Boyd of the Bengals. And our auto from USC, it is Tyler Vaughns. Tyler Vaughns, currently of the Indianapolis Colts, an undrafted free agent addition by the Colts. And that's going to Michael. Then we've got Sam Ehlinger. Sam Ehlinger of the Colts as well. And that is going to Michael, followed by Dylan Moses of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Aaron Rodgers of the Green Bay Packers. Raheem Boyd, an RC of the Detroit Lions. And then a Crusade Sage Surratt of the Detroit Lions as well. Both of those going to Carlos. Not at the table, Carlos. Sorry, just a little hangover reference there. One of a top tier movie, if you ask me. Josh Jacobs of the Raiders. Juju Smith-Schuster of the Trojans. Followed by Michael Strachan. Michael Strachan of the Indianapolis Colts. And that's going to Michael. The Michael to Michael. Followed by Jordan Love of the Packers. Then we've got Aaron Jones also of the Packers. Followed by, it's Trevor Lawrence, and that's a Crusade Trevor Lawrence of the Jaguars. Going to Carlos. Kellen Mond of the Minnesota Vikings. And Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah of the Browns. I haven't seen a Jeremiah Owusu in a long time. We saw so many of him in the Score and Legacy. We've got Kyler Murray of the Cardinals, followed by Jacob Eason of the Colts. And then our auto is going to be out of 99. And that is William Bradley King of the Washington Football Team. And that's going to Haley. Trevon Moehrig of the Las Vegas Raiders going to Cynthia. Joseph Osi of the Cincinnati Bengals going to T-Man. Jalen Reagor of the Eagles. Kenneth Gainwell of the Eagles. And then J.C. Horn of the Carolina Panthers. That Jalen Reagor going to Jonathan and J.C. Horn going to Lewis. 2 packs left. James Conner of Pittsburgh, followed by Devontae Adams of Green Bay. And then our auto is Peyton Turner out of the University of Houston and now with the New Orleans Saints. And that is going to be going to Jim. Followed up by Nick Chubb of the Browns, Jared Goff of Detroit, Rashad Bateman of Baltimore, Terrace Marshall Jr. of the Carolina Panthers, a Crusade Najee Harris. Of the Pittsburgh Steelers going to T-Man. We've got Patty Mahomes of Kansas City, Chris Godwin of Tampa Bay, followed by Cornell Powell from Clemson, and now on the Kansas City Chiefs. That's going to Michael. Najee Harris, Red All-Americans of the Steelers going to T-Man, followed by Justin Fields of the Chicago Bears going to T-Man as well. Then we've got Sam Darnold of the Panthers to Lewis, Dylan Moses of the Jaguars going to Carlos, and Travis Etienne of the Jaguars going to Carlos. And now let's run down these rookies. Travis Etienne of the Jaguars going to Carlos. Dylan Moses of the Jags to Carlos. Justin Fields of the Bears to T-Man. Najee Harris of the Steelers to T-Man. Najee Harris Crusades to T-Man. Terrace Marshall Jr. of the Panthers going to Lewis. Rashad Bateman of the Ravens to Todd. J.C. Horn of the Panthers going to Lewis. Kenneth Gainwell of the Eagles to Jonathan. Joseph Osai of the Bengals to T-Man. Trevon Moring of the Las Vegas Raiders going to Cynthia. Jeremiah Wasu-Kamara of the Browns going to T-Man. Kellen Mond of the Minnesota Vikings to Jonathan. Trevor Lawrence Crusade to Carlos. Sage Surratt of Detroit to Carlos. Rakeem Boyd of the Detroit Lions going to Carlos as well. Dylan Moses of the Jags to Carlos. And Sam Ellinger of Indianapolis to Michael. And let's get into these featured cards. Absolute Baseball broke. You can scroll back in the stream. We started about 10 minutes early with that one. It was about, I want to say it went off at like 7:35. Cornell Powell from this Clemson Tigers and now of the Kansas City Chiefs going to Michael. Followed by William Bradley King of the Washington Football Team to Haley. Tyler Vaughns of the Indianapolis Colts going to Michael. Peyton Turner of the New Orleans Saints going to Jim, and Michael Strachan of the Colts going to Michael. And there we have it, folks. That is the end of break 766. And that is currently the last break that we have filled tonight. We've got 6 spots left in a Mosaic Football Hobby No Huddle 1-box Pick Your Team. 10 spots left in the PRIZM Draft Picks College Football Hobby Hybrid Team Random. 13 spots left in the PRIZM Football Hobby No Huddle 1-box Team Random as well.
Personal disclosed?
Looks like we have a personal. Yep. A personal. I will grab that right now and we will get into it. Mr. CEO with a personal. And it looks like we have enough interest to do a Legacy Snake, so I will get that posted for you as well. Can you grab me that box, John? We're getting that Legacy Snake posted. Joe Mama will post it in the chat as soon as it's done. Mr. CEO here with this PRIZM Draft Picks personal. Give me the thumbs up and we will let this one rip. All right, I'm sure Mr. CEO is here as he just tossed. Let's go. Let's rock and roll. Oh, no, I thought it was going to be nice to us. 5 packs in this box, 5 autos. Let's go for Mr. CEO. Great call by Harry. Buy your spot in the snake, 2 spots in the mosaic. Pick your team, 10% off everything. Ben Roethlisberger of the Steelers. Josh Kelly of the Chargers. Ooh, a redemption. There we go. A Jamar Chase redemption. Nice hit right there for Mr. CEO. And that is the Draft Picks Autographs Blue. Draft Picks Autographs Blue right there. Nice hit. Followed by Kirk Cousins of the Vikings. And then we've got Antonio Gibson of the Washington Football Team. Seth Williams of the Denver Broncos. Elijah Mitchell of the San Francisco 49ers. And a Crusade Rondale Moore of the Arizona Cardinals. Very nice hit by Mr. CEO right there. Definitely the best hit we've had in the Panini Prisms draft picks. Got Stephon Diggs of the Bills, Darrell Henderson of the... Not quite sure. Samuel Cosmi of the Washington Football Team to Mr. CEO, obviously. Tyson Campbell, RC. Tyson Campbell of the Jacksonville Jaguars. And that's going to Carlos, followed by a Justin Fields out of 299. Justin Fields out of 299 of the Bears. Yes, thank you. Thanks, Harry. James Robinson of the Jaguars and Hamilcar Rashad Jr. of the Jets to wrap it up. Oh, never mind, I was wrong. It was Trevor Lawrence to wrap it up. I got my count wrong there. Got the Trevor Lawrence to finish that pack, and we're just about on to our third pack here. We've got Adam Thielen of the Minnesota Vikings, followed by Jonathan Taylor of the Indianapolis Colts. And then our auto is going to be out of 99. It is Quentin Morris of the Buffalo Bills. Antonio Gibson of the Washington Football Team. And then at Blue Crusade, Trevor Lawrence out of 199. Mr. CEO having himself a box. Patrick Surtain of the Denver Broncos. And then a base Justin Fields. And a Crusade Kyle Pitts. Jordan Love of the Packers. Nick Chubb of Cleveland. Followed by Marco Wilson out of 99. I say Marco, you say Polo, but it's actually Wilson, and that's of the Arizona Cardinals. Followed by a Terrace Marshall Jr. of the Carolina Panthers. And then we've got Javon Holland of the Miami Dolphins. Followed by Darren Waller of the Las Vegas Raiders. Devonta Smith of the Eagles. And Rashad Bateman of the Ravens. And the Legacy Snake is posted. And remember, use that one, or if you do the Legacy Snake with a spot in Mosaic or 2 spots in the Snake with 1 in Mosaic, you get 10% off everything. CeeDee Lamb of the Cowboys, Tom Brady of New England or Tampa Bay. And then we've got Elijah Molden, the Elijah Molden auto of the Tennessee Titans. Nico Collins of Houston, and that's the blue cracked out of 99. Followed by Michael Pittman Jr. of the Colts, and All-American Devonta Smith of the Eagles, Pat Freiermuth of the Steelers, the All-Americans, and Asante Samuel Jr. of the Los Angeles Chargers. Alrighty, let's run down these rooks for Mr. CEO. Asante Samuel Jr., Pat Freiermuth of the Steelers, Devonta Smith of the Eagles, Nico Collins of Nico Collins of the Houston Texans, Rashad Bateman of the Ravens, Devonta Smith of the Eagles, Javon Holland of the Dolphins. He had some picks off Tua yesterday. Tua with a nice 5 interception day. Terrace Marshall Jr. of the Panthers, Kyle Pitts of the Falcons, Justin Fields of the Bears, Crusades, Patrick Surtain Silver of the Broncos, Trevor Lawrence of the Jaguars, Hamilcar Rashad Jr. of the Jets, Tyson Campbell of the Jaguars, Rondale Moore of Arizona, Elijah Mitchell of the San Francisco 49ers, and Seth Williams of the Denver Broncos. And now let's get into our featured cards. We've got Elijah Molden of the Titans, Marco Wilson of the Arizona Cardinals, Quentin Morris of the Buffalo Bills, and Samuel Cosmi of the Washington Football Team. And then we've got our two quarterbacks. We have Justin Fields out of 299 and Trevor Lawrence out of 199. Typically, that's enough to be the big hitters. But it's not going to be here because we've got the Jamar Chase draft picks autographs blue out of 199. Woo! There we go. That's the end of Mr. CEO's personal. We've got that Legacy Snake. The Legacy Snake is up. 5 spots left in that. And we'll be back in 3 minutes. Alrighty, we are back. Mr. CEO's personal is complete. We are waiting to fill this snake. Remember, use the code take advantage of the 10% off 3+ spots. You can do that with the PRIZM Draft Picks Hobby Hybrid Team Random, or do it with the Mosaic Football Pick Your Team. The Legacy Snake. We had at least 5 people who said yes to that is the snake that they wanted to do. There are 4 spots left. Yes, the Absolute Baseball was done during the 6 o'clock hour. No need to apologize, Haley. Haley's filling a spot. There's 4 spots left in the Legacy Snake available. Alrighty. Let's run the giveaway for corruption. Type corruption in the chat. Yeah, you can either scroll back here and get to it. The full show will be posted right after this, or tomorrow morning. By tomorrow morning around 10 a.m. Eastern time, the individual ones will be posted for sure. Type corruption in the chat to get entered to win. Four spots left in the Snake, 5 spots left in each of the PRIZM Draft Picks Hobby Hybrid, and the Mosaic No Huddle. Brett's last show. Let's make it so he's got a little bit of time with us for his last show. We've got 3 spots left in this Legacy Snake, and we have 5 spots left in the Mosaic Football Pick Your Team and the PRIZM Draft Picks Hobby Hybrid Pick Your Team. We do occasionally run fillers. Let me see what we would do for that filler. Maybe the Mosaic Hobby No Huddle 1-box Pick Your Team. We got 2 spots left in the Snake, 5 spots left in the Mosaic Hobby No Huddle Pick Your Team, and 5 spots left in the College Football Hobby Hybrid. Alrighty, John, can we get a countdown on these giveaways?
Sure. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It is Harry Hood.
Harry Hood with the Upper Deck Hockey. And since we have time, we'll switch over to hockey. Alrighty, we are back. Victor Hedman, Alex Tuch, Brock Bozer, John Moore, Josh Mason, Carter Hutton, Neil Pionk, and Jordan Ebriel. There we go. Alrighty, we're going back to the football field. And we are back. Thanks, Harry. I saw that. Alrighty, we got 2 spots left in this Legacy Snake. 2 spots left in the Legacy Snake. 5 spots in the Mosaic Hobby No Huddle 1-box. Pick your team. 5 spots in the PRIZM Draft Picks College Football Hobby Hybrid. Would love to get this snake going. We'll give it a few more minutes before we have to refund the spots for that. Let's break the snake, says T-Man. In the meantime, folks, I'll run you through the new updates to the website. You can drop down and select breaks by sport. Here you see the 2 spots left for the Legacy Snake, the Hobby Hybrid with 4 spots, the Mosaic Hobby No Huddle with 5 spots, PRIZM Hobby No Huddle 1-box Team Random with 12 spots, and then you can select by break type. Here's your pick your teams, including this big mixer, a giant mixer, some may say. 2 boxes of Chronicles, 1 box of Donruss Optic, 1 box of PRIZM, and 1 box of Impeccable. Then we also have the Chronicles Legacy Mixer right there. 40% off using promo code that is in the chat. Yes, T-Man with a great idea there. Alrighty. Fill the snake with 2 spots left. In the meantime, folks, I'll plug our Discord. Remember, if you join your Discord, you get access to daily Discord deals. I've dropped 40% off, 50% off in there as well. And today, we're running a special 30% discount on the Impeccable. Five good teams for sure left in the Mosaic. Pick your team. We're not going to run a filler for that one, at least not tonight. Okie dokie, it is 8:25. Yes, we are willing to, we're doing 30% off all PRIZM draft picks breaks with the promo code PRIZM DP30. We'll give it another 3 minutes to fill this snake. If we don't get it filled or any of these breaks, then we'll rock and roll and call it a night this evening. That giant mixer's a 5-boxer. We had potentially added a new breaker who is really pushing that. Unfortunately, he's not going to be able to join the show this summer, but we're still going to run that and see if we can get it rocking and rolling. You'd get all 4 for almost like $30, I think it ends up being. Harry, dead on right there. Look at that. Great minds, Harry. So far, none of the referral codes that I've given out have used or have been used. I've given out about 10. Definitely some great interest by all of you for sure. But unfortunately, the only discount code that has been tied to referrals that has been used, well, fortunately but unfortunately, is the BT referral 20 discount code, and that was because we were using that to say thank you to all of you that are our current customers, and we're trying to find a way to put a little cash in your pockets as well. Alrighty, folks. It is just about to be 8:27. Or 8:28. No movement in those snakes. Everyone who entered the snake will be refunded. It is now 8:28. We will refund. That's I think we're starting to realize oh, okay, yeah, Haley, we can wait for sure if you're gonna get into that hobby hybrid. We'll take a 3-minute break and we'll be right back. Alrighty, we are back and we are ready to rock and roll. Still have the 2 spots left in that legacy snake, but if it doesn't fill, we'll just refund that for everyone. This could potentially be the last break of the evening. I think we have found that this summer is kind of slow for trading cards. I've seen a lot of comments about card values really dropping significantly so far this summer, and then it seems like all the OGs in those say that it's just due to the cycle, that during the summer people aren't that interested. So, but let's try to pull that Fields Auto right now. Possibly out of the legacy, but let's try to pull a Fields Auto here. This is break 768, the team random. Let's see how many times we're going to randomize it. 7 times. 7 times randomization. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Alrighty, we will let those run through one time, and then we will get into this break. You know what? Maybe here we'll get the color blast. That's not the right... We don't have the color blast in this one. I apologize. I was looking at the hobby sell sheet, and then as soon as I opened up this very nice box, I realized that we were hobby H2. Alrighty, here we go. Well, maybe we do have a color blast. It's just 30 cases. There is a color blast. It's just 30 instead of every 10. We got Matt Stafford of the Rams, followed by Keenan Allen of the Chargers, and then the blue Devonta Smith of the Philadelphia Eagles going to Arolo. Followed by J.C. Horn of the Carolina Panthers and Terrace Marshall Jr. also of the Carolina Panthers, and both of those are going to Garrett. We've got Chase Young of the Washington football team, DK Metcalf of the Seattle Seahawks, Deebo Samuel of the 49ers, Najee Harris of the Steelers, Crusade version, and then Dylan Moses of the Jacksonville Jaguars. That Najee going to Mike, and this Dylan Moses going to Jim. Alrighty, on to the third pack here. Aaron Rodgers of the Packers, Jalen Reagor of the Eagles, Dak Prescott of the Cowboys, Travis Etienne of the Jacksonville Jaguars, followed up by Marquez Stevenson of the Buffalo Bills going to Garrett. We've got Sam Darnold of the Panthers, James Robinson of the Jaguars, Miles Sanders of Philadelphia, the Crusade, Zach Wilson of the Jets, followed by Najee Harris of the Steelers. That Zach Wilson going to Brandon, and Najee Harris of the Steelers going to Michael. Then we've got Henry Ruggs the third. Followed by Cam Newton, Nico Collins of the Houston Texans, followed by Kadarius Toney of the Giants, and Sam Ehlinger of the Indianapolis Colts. You did call that, Brandon. For a second, I was like, is he talking about the former Breaker? And I'm like, but Brandon's been here. Like, he knows that he's gone. And then I was like, oh, he's got the Jets. Looks like we're going to fill that snake. We've got Todd Gurley of the Falcons, Terry McLaurin of the Washington Football Team, and a rookie out of 25 auto, Afite Malafino, and that's going to get the boom booms because we very rarely get the autos here, and that's of the Detroit Football Lions. Trevon Moehrig of the Las Vegas Raiders, and Najee Harris of the Pittsburgh Steelers. Matt Ryan of the Falcons, Gardner Minshew of the Jaguars, Jerry Jeudy of the Broncos, Hamilcar Rashad Jr. of the Jets going to Brandon, and Elijah Mitchell of the 49ers going to Will. We have Brandon Ayuk of the 49ers, Lamar Jackson of the Ravens, Nick Bolton of the Kansas City Chiefs going to Jonathan, followed by Rondale Moore of the Ravens, or of the Cardinals going to Cynthia, and then Hamilcar Rashad Jr., the All-Americans version of the Jets. That legacy snake down to 1, and it seems like Brett's going to take it. Got Darren Waller of the Raiders, Deshaun Watson of Houston, Rondale Moore of the Arizona Cardinals, followed by Kadarius Toney of the Giants, and that's going to Cynthia as well. And then Jamar Chase of the Bengals going to Haley. T. Higgins of the Bengals, followed by Ronald Jones of Tampa, Joe Mixon of Cincinnati, Pat Freiermuth of the Pittsburgh Steelers going to Michael, and then Jamar Chase of the Cincinnati Bengals going to Haley. Allen Robinson of the Jaguars, Chris Carson of the Seahawks, Joseph Osai of the Bengals, followed by Justin Fields Crusades of the Bears going to Garrett. Or Adam, sorry. And then Caleb Farley of the Titans going to Adam. And we're on to our last pack in this break. Justin Jefferson of the Vikings, and I believe it's his birthday, so happy birthday to him. Derek Carr of the Raiders. George Kittle of the 49ers, Micah Parsons of the Cowboys, and Daz Newsome of the Bears. Now let's run down these rookies. I'm also going to need some more sleeves, John.
Okay.
Daz Newsome of the Bears, Micah Parsons of the Cowboys, Caleb Farley of the Titans, Justin Fields of the Bears, Joseph Osai of the Bengals, Jamar Chase of the Bengals, Pat Freiermuth of the Steelers, Jamar Chase of the Bengals, Kadarius Toney of the Giants, Rondale Moore of the Cardinals, Hamilcar Rashad Jr. of the Jets, Rondale Moore of the Cardinals, Nick Bolton, not Michael, but Nick of the Kansas City Chiefs, and that snake is filled. Brett is right. Elijah Mitchell of the 49ers, Hamilcar Rashad of the Jets, Najee Harris of the Steelers, Trevon Moring of the Las Vegas Raiders, Sam Ehlinger of the Colts, Kadarius Toney of the Giants, Nico Collins of Houston, Najee Harris of the Steelers, Zach Wilson of the Jets, Marquez Stevenson of the Bills, Travis Etienne of the Jaguars, Dylan Moses of the Jaguars, Najee Harris of the Steelers, Terrace Marshall Jr. of the Panthers, J.C. Horn of the Panthers, and Devonta Smith of the Eagles. And our auto in this one. He's getting the boom booms, not only because he's an auto and a hybrid, but he's from Syracuse, and he's now of the Detroit Lions, and that's going to Lucas. And that is the end of break 768. And here we are with the snake. The snake. Alrighty, folks, 9:30, the 2021 Legacy One Box Snake. Let's see how many times we're going to randomize this. 5 times. Boom. There we go. And Brett Diddley, Brett with the first overall pick. And let me get those loaded onto the screen as well. There we go. We got Brett with the first overall, T-Man with the second, Jonathan with the third, T-Man with the fourth and fifth, Lucas with the sixth, Haley with the seventh, and Joey with the eighth. Alrighty. Brett is up. And he's going with the Chicago Bears. Followed up by T-Man. T-Man with the Jacksonville Jaguars. I've got it. Don't worry, John. T-Man with the Jaguars. followed by Jonathan with the 49ers. T-Man with the Patriots and the Jets, and Lucas is up next. Lucas with the Falcons, and then Haley. Lucas with the Falcons. Now on Haley. No problem. Haley with the Dolphins, and now Joey G with back-to-backs. No worries at all. Eagles, the Philadelphia Eagles, and now we're waiting on the next pick, which no problem, get used to the 2021 valuations. Steelers for Joe, Joey G, and back to Haley. Haley with the Vikings. Lucas with the Bengals. And then T-Man with back-to-backs. Cincinnati is not available. The Ravens are available. The Ravens and Panthers. We have Jonathan with the Bucks. And T-Man is up again. Chiefs for T-Man, and now Brett Diddley, Brett.
Right back to back.
Brett with the Washington football team, and Brett's getting a back-to-back T-Man because he's the first pick. Yep, no problem, Brett. We are on top of it. Brett with the Bills. And now it's on T-Man. T-Man, you can have the Colts if you still want them. Just let us know. T-Man with the Colts, and Jonathan up next. T-Man with back-to-backs. Lucas with Dallas, and now on to Haley. Haley with the New York Football Giants, now back-to-backs with Joey G. Joey G with the back-to-backs. Saints and Titans for Joey G. And back to Haley. Brett, that's not a bad hypothesis. My only challenge to that would be the issue is we're not even getting there, like to the West Coast time frame. G40, you'll just have to replace Brett Diddley this summer. Lucas with the Lions. I do think there's just a cyclical nature to the trading card industry. I think that that watching YouTube breaks may not be a huge draw during the summer. And it's just really, there's a lot of new product, as Harry said, that's like not very sought after. I mean, we've got Luminance coming out next week, T-Man with the Browns and Rams. Luminance coming out next week, the Chronicles draft picks the week after that, but these draft pick products don't seem to be a huge, it's nearly as big of a draw as I thought they would be. Jonathan is up next. Like, even that first night of Score, we went to like 1 in the morning. Jonathan with the Raiders, and now T-Man getting to decide the final pick.
For Brett.
Well, whatever T-Man picks, Brett gets the other one.
Yep.
T-Man with the Seahawks, Brett with the Texans. We're here. We'll get those teams loaded, and then we will rock and roll. Score broke me. Yeah, I was more saying even that night we went super late, but we didn't really do a ton of breaks. It was just that Score is terrible and took 1,000 hours to complete it. But I would say, Kevin, what are your thoughts on the quarterbacks? Like, you know, like you got Burrow and Herbert who are good, and then middle of the road to below average, you got Tua, Jalen Hurts, completely unknown. Like, I feel like you only had two good quarterbacks in 2020. And this class, like, there's really a potential for, I mean, I guess it's probably the same 50% of them. But I would say people talk about Trevor Lawrence like he's the second coming. So, yeah, and Burrow coming back from that knee injury, that is rough. All right, let's break into this box. Always happy, though, to... Yeah, no, 100%, Harry. Right, exactly. Here we go. That's a nice box right there. Yeah, and you'll see some adjustment to our hours and our breaks. I think we're gonna move our Saturdays to Fridays exclusively for a couple reasons. One, if we're not getting a ton of action there. I'd like to give you all your full weekends back and give the team here their full weekends, but even more importantly, a lot of the releases are Fridays, so I'd really like to time the shows up with the releases. A Legends, Terrell Davis, followed by David Johnson of the Texans, Calvin Ridley of the Falcons, Jared Goff of the Rams, Justin Herbert of the Chargers. We have a filler. Then we got a Timeless Talents, Joe Thomas, and then a Tylan Wallace. Tylan Wallace of the Baltimore Ravens and J.C. Horn of the Carolina Panthers. I would bet that the top 2 in the 2020 class do better than the top 2 in the 2021 class in their careers overall, but I'm also not an expert. Sean Alexander of the Seahawks, Dak Prescott of the Cowboys. We have a thick boy card in here. Dak Prescott of the Cowboys, Jalen Reagor of the Eagles, Kirk Cousins of the Vikings, and then we have a futures Elijah Moore, Ole Miss. That's a tricolor patch, rookie patch auto. Elijah Moore of the New York Jets. Of flashbacks, Patrick Mahomes, followed by Jalen Waddle of the Miami Dolphins, and Caleb Farley of the Tennessee Titans. Well, Brett, instead of joining breaks, you can just join one. You can buy one personal break a box a month and have it sent to you at camp, and then you could break it in front of all the campers. Out of 100, Harry, you were 1 off. Just messing around. Kurt Warner of the Rams, Matt Ryan of the Falcons, Kenyon Drake of the Cardinals, Josh Jacobs of the Raiders, Jimmy Garoppolo of the 49ers, and then we've got Hines Ward, Legends out of 100. 100% I'll send you a letter. Mac Jones of the New England Patriots, and Jamar Jefferson of the Detroit Lions. The Legends, Tony Gonzalez, Jamison Crowder of the Jets, Chase Young of Washington, Brandon Cooks of the Texans, Under the Lights, Kwity Paye of the Indianapolis Colts. Jerry Rice of the 49ers, Jeremiah Wasu-Kamara of the Cleveland Browns, and Trey Sermon of the San Francisco 49ers. We've got Mike Ditka, Julio Jones, Sonny Michel, Jalen Hurts of the Eagles, Dalvin Cook of the Knicks, Damian Williams of the Chiefs, Demetric Felton of the Cleveland Browns, and Elijah Moore of the New York Jets. Elijah Moore is like the pick, the one pick of the Jets that I'm actually worried about. Not too worried about Zach Wilson, but oh, we have one of those minis, and it's Rashad Bateman of the Baltimore Ravens. Followed by Tiki Barber, Legends. Then we got TJ Watt of the Steelers, Kyler Murray of the Cardinals, Derek Carr of the Raiders, Flashbacks Tyreek Hill of the Chiefs, Samuel Cosmi of the Washington Football Team, and Sage Surratt of the Detroit Lions. We have Lance Briggs of the Bears, Raheem Mostert of the 49ers, Denzel Mims of the Jets, Terry McLaurin of the Washington Football Team, Deshaun Watson of Houston. We've got a yellow Brevin Jordan of the Houston Texans, and that's going to be out of 150, followed by Elijah Molden of the Tennessee Titans and Jamar Chase of the Cincinnati Bengals. Joe Thomas of the Browns, followed by Tyreek Hill of the Chiefs, Myles Gaskin of the Dolphins, Miles Sanders of the Eagles, Travis Etienne Silver of the Jacksonville Jaguars, followed by a Timeless Talents Devontae Adams, Patrick Surtain of the Denver Broncos, and Trey Lance of the San Francisco 49ers. Dante Hall with the Kansas City Chiefs. Matt Stafford of the Lions. Baker Mayfield of the Browns. Josh Allen of the Jaguars. Russell Wilson of the Seahawks. We have a filler. Keenan Allen of the Chargers. Terrace Marshall Jr. of the Carolina Panthers. And Greg Rousseau of the Buffalo Bills. We've got Michael Strahan of the Giants, Christian McCaffrey of the Panthers, Aaron Donald of the Rams, Stephon Diggs of the Bills, Amari Cooper of the Cowboys, a Legends champ Bailey of the Broncos going to Jonathan. Trevor Lawrence of the Jags going to T-Man, and Kadarius Toney of the Giants going to Haley. Emmitt Smith of the Cowboys, David Montgomery of the Bears, J.K. Dobbins of the Ravens, Jonathan Taylor of the Colts, and we have our auto, and it is Terrace Marshall Jr. of the Carolina Panthers out of 100 going to T-Man. Followed by a Timeless Talents, Miami Dolphins. Then we got Jamie Newman of the Eagles and Pat Freiermuth of the Steelers. Yeah, we only have the mixer. We only have one box of Legacy or a couple boxes of Legacy in house right now. Eric Dickerson of the Rams, DeAndre Swift of the Lions, Tyler Boyd of the Bengals, Keenan Allen of the Chargers, the Under the Lights, Patrick Surtain of the Denver Broncos, followed by Aaron Rodgers of the Packers, Carlos Boogie Basham of the Buffalo Bills, followed by Rashad Bateman of the Baltimore Ravens. We've got Thurman Thomas of the Bills, followed by Tyler Lockett of the Seahawks, Allen Robinson of the Bears, Mark Andrews of the Ravens, Michael Pittman Jr. of the Colts, Aaron Rodgers, the Decade of Dominance, Micah Parsons of the Dallas Cowboys, and Kyle Trask of Tampa Bay. Randy Moss of the Vikings, Teddy Bridgewater of the Panthers, Cam Akers of the Rams, Austin Eckler of the Chargers, a mini blue Jimmy Garoppolo out of 50. Followed by For the Ages Patrick Mahomes, the Kyle Pitts of the Atlanta Falcons, and Marlon Tupelutu of the Philadelphia Eagles. Double M in the house. We've got James Harrison of the Steelers, Zeke Elliott of the Cowboys, Kenny Golladay of the Lions, Robert Woods of the Rams, Darren Waller of the Raiders, Kyler Murray out of 299. Then you got a rookies, Kenneth Gainwell of the Eagles and Dwami Brown of the Washington Football Team. Deion Sanders of the Falcons, DK Metcalf of the Seahawks, LaMichael Perine of the Jets, Lamar Jackson of the Ravens, Jamie Newman of the Philadelphia Eagles. And we have a Generations to randomize Antonio and Marquise Brown, followed by Chuba Hubbard of the Panthers and Jarrett Patterson from the University of Buffalo. And now with the Washington football team. The Mosaic Football Hobby No Huddle has closed. Let's randomize this Antonio Brown and Marquise Brown. And then we will get on to the rookie rundown. Well, first I should list the rules. 1 through 3 gets the player on the left, which is team on the left, Antonio Brown. 4, 5, 6 gets the team on the right, which is the Ravens. And it's 2, and it's Antonio Brown. Alrighty, let's run down these rookies. We have that mosaic filled. Three spots left in the Revolution. Pick your team. 7 spots left in the PRIZM. Team random. We are happy to stay here. The only time I don't enjoy it is when it seems like we're like kind of groveling to fill spots. That to us is more us annoying you than us entertaining you, which is what we're here to do. We've got Jarrett Patterson with the Washington football team, Chuba Hubbard with the Carolina Panthers, Jamie Newman with the Philadelphia Eagles, Dwame Brown of the Washington football team, Kenneth Gainwell of the Eagles, Marlon Tupelutu of the Eagles, Kyle Pitts of the Falcons going to Lucas, Kyle Trask of Tampa Bay going to Jonathan, followed by Micah Parsons of the Cowboys. Then we've got Rashad Bateman of the Ravens, Carlos Boogie Basham of the Bills, the Patrick Surtain II, Denver Bronco under the lights, Pat Freiermuth of the Steelers, Jamie Newman of the Eagles, Kadarius Toney of the Giants, Trevor Lawrence with the Jaguars, Greg Rousseau with the Bills, Terrace Marshall Jr. with the Panthers, Trey Lance with the 49ers, Patrick Surtain, Travis Etienne with the Jaguars, Jamar Chase with the Bengals, Elijah Molden with the Titans, Brevin Jordan out of 150 with the Houston Texans, Sage Surratt with the Lions, Samuel Cosme with the Washington football team. Then we got Elijah Moore with the Jets, Demetric Felton with the Browns, Trey Sermon with the 49ers, Jeremiah Wasso-Kamara with the Browns, Kwity Paye with the Colts, Jamar Jefferson with the Lions, Mac Jones with the Patriots, Caleb Farley with the Titans, Jalen Waddle with Miami, J.C. Horn with the Carolina Panthers, and Tylan Wallace with the Baltimore Ravens. All right, let's look at these features. Out of 100, it's the Rashad Bateman Mini. Then we've got the Terrace Marshall Jr. auto. And that is going to be out of 100. And that is going to T-Man with the Panthers. And then out of 100, it's the Candy Cane rookie patch auto tricolor of the New York Jets going to T-Man. Looks like 2 spots left in that Revolution. And that is the end of break 930. Thank you, T-Man. We will see you next week. We'll miss you on Friday. I need that mosaic box. We're about to get into this break 871. And I'll be right back. I just have to grab this box. Alrighty, we are back. We are back. Here we go. This is break 871, the Mosaic No Huddle one box. Pick your team. Eight cards per pack, 18 packs per box. We pulled an Admiral Auto either last week. We got the Kirk Cousins, followed by Marshawn Lynch of the Seahawks, Michael Thomas of the Saints, T.Y. Hilton of the Colts, A.J. Green of the Bengals, a Pro Bowl Mark Andrews, followed by Keyshawn Vaughn, RC of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and that is going to Jonathan, followed by Calais Campbell of the Jags. We've got Chris Conley of the Jaguars, followed by Melvin Gordon of the Broncos, Chris Jones of the Kansas City Chiefs, Roger Staubach of the Cowboys, Baltimore Ravens of the Marquise Brown, and then we have the No Huddle Purple. This is going to be out of 50. Out of 50, Patrick Mahomes, 49 out of 50, and that is going to be going to the T-Man. Followed up by J.K. Dobbins of the Baltimore Ravens, and then going to T-Man, and then an NFL debut, Denver Broncos, going to Jonathan. It did not. And you can get 20% off that impeccable card random with the promo code IM20, or you can join our Discord and find the 30% discount. James Conner of the Steelers, Jason Taylor of the Dolphins, Tyler Lockett of the Seahawks, Jordy Nelson of the Packers, Julius Peppers of the Panthers, Jimmy Garoppolo, Stairmaster, Cole Kmet RC of the Bears, and then Peyton Manning MVPs. Alrighty, then we will mag that Patrick Mahomes for T-Man. Thanks for calling that out, Harry. I gotta say, that is the only part that stinks about not having a commentator in here, is no one checking. Stephon Gilmore of the Patriots, Dwayne Haskins of the Washington football team, Dwight Freeney of the Colts, Baker Mayfield of the Browns, Barry Sanders of the Lions, TJ Watt of the Steelers, T. Higgins of the Cincinnati Bengals, and then it's Tua going to Haley with the Miami Dolphins. What break are you looking for, Ron? Oh. Wow. Nope. You're right, Ron. My mistake. I was looking at the wrong screen. Sorry about that. That Mahomes is going to Ron, and that Tua going to Ben. Sorry about that. We've got Joe Namath of the Jets, and Daniel Tomlinson of the Chargers, Ben Roethlisberger of the Steelers. Luke, it was right on the left side of the screen. I had another screen in front of me that I hadn't scrolled all the way down yet. Luke Kuechly of the Panthers, Peyton Manning of the Colts, the Disco Kareem Hunt of the Browns going to Kevin. Then we've got the Jalen Reagor RC, and then the Hall of Fame Troy Polamalu. Yeah, that's very nice, and we have magged that bad boy up for you, Ron. We have Zach Thomas with the Dolphins, Jared Stidham with the Patriots, Tyler Boyd with the Bengals, Tyrann Mathieu with the Chiefs, Emmitt Smith with the Cowboys, the Blue Chips, Derwin James Jr. with the Chargers, another Tua, a second Tua, not one-a, but Tua for Ben. This one a base. And then a Pro Bowl Deshaun Watson. Disco. Daniel Jones with the Giants, Darren Waller with the Raiders, TJ Watt with the Steelers, Mark Andrews with the Ravens, Aaron Rodgers with the Packers, Terry Bradshaw, Disco, a Javon Kinlaw RC with the 49ers going to Day, and a Jonathan Taylor NFL debut of the Colts going to Day. Mike Gesicki of the Dolphins, Steve Largent of the Seahawks, Christian McCaffrey of the Panthers, Darius Leonard of the Colts, a Jacob Eason RC going to Day. Followed by Julio Jones, Men of Mastery, Jake Fromm of the Buffalo Bills, and Jerome Bettis. There is a secret code, but you have to listen to the podcast to receive it. We've got Eddie George, followed by Lawrence Taylor, Keenan Allen, Herman Moore, Amari Cooper, the Disco Patrick Queen RC of the Ravens, an Anthony McFarland RC of the Pittsburgh Steelers, and then an NFL debut, Jalen Reagor of the Eagles going to Greg. We've got Delvin Cook of the Vikings, Cam Chancellor of the Seahawks, Devin Singletary of the Bills, Boomer Esiason of the Bengals, Larry Fitzgerald of the Cardinals, Deebo Samuel of the 49ers, Van Jefferson of the Los Angeles Rams, followed by CeeDee Lamb of the Dallas Cowboys. Jared Cook of the Saints, followed by Yannick Ngakoue of the Jaguars, Randall Cunningham of the 76ers, or of the Eagles, sorry, John Elway of the Broncos, Earl Thomas of the Ravens, Henry Ruggs, Disco RC of the Raiders. Then we've got KJ Hamler of the Broncos, followed up by Aaron Rodgers of the Packers. Robert Woods of the Rams, Drew Brees of the Saints, Aaron Jones of the Packers, Brian Burns of the Panthers, and then we've got an oldie, a Jim Zorn auto of the Seattle Seahawks, And that is going to be going to Day. Followed by a montage of the best quarterback in the league. And that's Joshua Allen. Followed by Michael Pittman Jr. of the Colts. And it is a Herbie! Justin Herbert of the Chargers going to Day. We are getting those QBs. We just need 2 more to close out the Big Four. John, I just dropped the link to that in the chat. It's Get Carded. You can find it on Apple Podcast or Spotify. Landon Collins with the Washington football team. Le'Veon Bell with the Jets. Derwin James with the Chargers. Jeff Saturday with the Colts. Odell Beckham Jr. with the Browns. Then we've got a KJ Hamler blue out of 75 going to Kevin. And happy birthday to you. It's Justin Jefferson with the Minnesota Vikings. And Brian Urlacher of the Bears. I realized why I know Jim Zorn's name. It's not because he's a quarterback. It was because he was a coach. More than a feeling, it's Adam Thielen of the Minnesota Vikings going to Day. Jerome Bettis of the Steelers. Chandler Jones of the Cardinals. Von Miller of the Broncos. Marlon Mack of the Colts. We have the gold Pro Bowl, and that is going to be out of 10. Out of 10 for TJ Watt and the Steelers. Woo! Then we've got another. Then we might as well keep the boom booms on. Oh, no. There we go. Keep the boom booms on. It is Justin Herbert. Woo! Followed by Russell Wilson of the Seattle Seahawks. What a box of mosaic. It's a fire box, that is for sure, Brett. Bobby Wagner of the Seahawks, Alvin Kamara of the Saints, Josh Allen of the Jaguars, Tyler Eifert of the Bengals, Kyler Murray of the Cardinals, a Disco Leonard Fournette, AJ Terrell of the Falcons, and Cam Akers of the Rams. We've got 2 Herbies and 2 Tuas. We need some Burrows and we need some Hurts. We've got Carson Wentz, DK Metcalf, Drew Lock, Matt Judon, Brett Favre, Sonny Michel, Jeff Okudah of the Lions, and Terry Bradshaw of the Steelers. Devin McCourty of the Patriots, Terry McLaurin of the Washington football team, Sam Darnold of the Jets, Teddy Bridgewater of the Panthers, Adam Vinatieri of the Colts, Mike Williams of the Chargers, James Morgan of the Jets, and then the Washington football team, it is Chase Young. Surprisingly not going to Haley. This one's going to Lucas. Mike Williams of the Chargers, Terry Bradshaw of the Steelers, Nick Chubb of the Browns, Christian Kirk of the Cardinals, Stephon Diggs of the Bills. We have the blue Kyle Rudolph out of 75, followed by Darrington Evans of the Titans and a Hall of Fame Steve Young. Alrighty, let's run down these rooks. Darrington Evans going to Day. Chase Young to Lucas. James Morgan to Lucas. Jeff Okudah to Lucas. Cam Akers to Lucas. AJ Terrell to Kevin. Justin Jefferson to Day. The blue KJ Hamler out of 75 going to Kevin. Michael Pittman Jr. going to Day. KJ Hamler going to Kevin. Henry Ruggs Disco of the Raiders to Michael. Then we have CeeDee Lamb of the Cowboys to Ron. Van Jefferson of the Rams to Lucas. Jalen Reagor NFL debut of the Eagles to Greg. Anthony McFarland Jr. of the Steelers to Day. Patrick Queen Disco of the Ravens to T-Man. Jake Fromm of the Bills to Day. Jacob Eason Disco to Day. Jonathan Taylor to Day. Javon Kinlaw of the 49ers going to Day. Jalen Reagor of the Eagles going to Greg. T. Higgins of the Bengals going to Day. Cole Kmet of the Bears going to Lucas. Jerry Jeudy NFL debut of the Broncos going to Kevin. J.K. Dobbins of the Ravens to T-Man, and Keyshawn Vaughn of the Bucks to Kevin. And now on to the featured cards. First, we have the Jim Zorn auto of the Seahawks going to Day. Then we've got not one, but Tua. Two Tuas of the Dolphins going to Ben. And then we have two Herbies going to Day. And then it's our autos. Or our numbers. We have out of 49, Patrick Mahomes of the Chiefs going to Ron. And out of 10, TJ Watt going to Day. And there we go. That is the end of break 871, and we will be right back from the hardwood. Alrighty, we are back with break 869. Nice. We've got 2 spots left in the PRIZM Hobby No Huddle 1-box Team Random and 7 spots left in that Chronicles and Legacy Mixer. Alright, here we go. This is break 869, the 2020-2021 Revolution. Oh, I was really struggling there to get that pack open, or that box open. Yeah. Yeah, very impressive job by everyone. We've got Brandon Ingram of the Pelicans, DeJounte Murray of the Spurs, Kawhi Leonard of the Clippers, Donovan Mitchell with the Shockwave of the Jazz, followed up by a Onika Okongwu of the Atlanta Hawks. And that is going to Michael. A very impressive job by the BT community. I'm impressed. I know Mrs. Saute is impressed, because I texted her like 8:20 and was like, wow, this is gonna be a real early night. I was like, I'm guessing painting those baseboards when I get home. But that'll be done in the morning. Jason Tatum of the Celtics, Tim Hardaway Jr. of the Mavs, Kelly Oubre Jr. of the Warriors, Jusuf Nurkic of the Trailblazers, and then a rookie revolution, and it is Tyrese Halliburton of the Sacramento Kings going to Day. I love Revolution basketball. Some of my favorite cards. Miles Bridges of the Hornets, Mitchell Robinson of the Knicks, the Thunder from down under, it's Steven Adams, and then we've got a Cole Anthony RC and an Alejewski Puchkevsky RC of the Thunder. That Cole Anthony of the Magic going to Shannon, and Alejewski Puchkevsky of the Thunder going to Jonathan. Bay. We've got Karis Levert of the Nets, Jaylen Brown of the Celtics, our auto. Wow, right off the bat, it's RJ Hampton of the Denver Nuggets, and that is going to Adam. We've got Paul George, and then a Vortex Zach LaVine. Devin Booker of the Suns, Steph Curry of Golden State, Chris Paul of the Suns. He's having himself a playoff. Suns in 4, followed by CJ McCollum of the Blazers and a Kira Lewis Jr. RC of the New Orleans Pelicans going to Day. We've got Brandon Clark of the Grizzlies, Bradley Beal of the Wizards, Giannis of the Bucks. Then we got another Tyrese Halliburton. Great night for Day with the Kings, and a Shockwave James Harden. No problem. I am on that for you, Brett. And we've got Sweet Roxanne snoring away next to me. And the PRIZM Hobby No Huddle has filled. There we go. Break 713. What an amazing job by everyone. Nikola Vukovic, Luka Doncic, Lonzo Ball, Aaron Baines of the Raptors, and Jameis Ramsey of the Kings. We've got Christian Wood of the Rockets, followed by Markelle Fultz of the Magic, Kevin Love of the Cavs, Jason Tatum of the Celtics, and Onika Okongwu, Rookie Revolution. And we will run through these parallels right now. Starting off, we have the Cosmic CJ McCollum of the Portland Trailblazers going to Adam. And then we have the Astro Jason Tatum of the Celtics going to Brett, followed up by the Fractal Aaron Baines of the Toronto Raptors going to Shannon. Followed up by another Astro, this one of Paul George of the Clippers going to Adam. Then we have the Vortex Zach LaVine, followed by the Group